Hello, everybody. We're going to get started in a bit. What's up, what's up, what's up? Everybody. We got 3 people watching. That's amazing. Love it. Definitely let us know you're here in the chat. I'm going to tweet this right now. What's up, what's up, what's up? Cameron, what's up, bro? Glad you're here. Adias, thoughts on hydrogen? As an energy source? I mean, we need more oil. I don't know. We need more oil. I don't know if hydrogen is going to solve all of our problems. That's for sure. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Midwest, how you doing? Justin Teacher, yo, Bargava. I feel like that's an Indian name. I should be saying it right because I'm Indian, but I got that wrong. How you doing? Howard, yo, what's up? What's up? AHAD, what's up, Amit? How are you here? Drew, you said first. You are absolutely not first, you liar. Kelly, hello, Kelly. Thank you for being here. Guys, I think Chris started some drama with this Palantir competitor. And now everyone's messaging me like, talk about data walk. There's nothing to talk about, man. They're irrelevant. They're just like this random little company. Chris I think got a little scared today for no reason. But we can probably talk about that. First of all, how was everyone's day? How's everybody doing? It is what's today? It is Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday, March 8th, 2022, episode 2, late night stock talk, talking stocks. Lawrence says, I'm afraid recession is coming as soon as next year. I'm afraid recession is coming like tomorrow. Like, bro, this market was insane today. Like, if you guys saw the morning live stream, Freddie says, damn, where's my shot? My bad, Freddie. I must have missed you. My bad. Thank you, Freddie, for being here. If you saw the morning live stream I did today, it was bad. I mean, markets were bad. And then by like 11:30, not 11:30, like 2:30, I looked up Robinhood. And there was just a bunch of green. And, like, I was up, like, $2,000 or something. I was like, what is going on? Like, I was down, like, 3,000 in the morning. And then, like, 2 minutes later, it all fell back to crap. So it's just like... Andres said, LOL, I just watched that vid. Yeah. I think Chris got you guys... You know what? We'll talk about it on the podcast. On the weekly podcast we do for Palantir, it'll be Friday around 10:50 this time, 10:50 p.m. We'll talk about Chris's data walk find. I talked about it with Chris, and we have a Palantir group chat on Twitter that really discusses stuff in depth. It's not that big of a deal, so I wouldn't be too crazy. Hardjaw says new haircut. Look, I have my haircut. The problem is my hair goes everywhere. Like, look at this hair, bro. I'm very grateful for my hair. Don't get me wrong, but the reason I wear hats is because it literally is everywhere. Like, how do I make a video looking like this? Like, it's kind of crazy. Now, when my hair tries to have a good day, it's amazing. I try to get like 7 videos done the day my hair has a good day. Because I'm like, oh, my hair is cooperating. But, you know, on most days it's just not. But that's okay. That's what it is with hair. Thoughts on uranium? It's clean energy and the size of a water bottle could power someone's life 100 times over. The problem is, isn't Russia like the biggest place where we get uranium from? So it's like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, uranium's important. But it's like... I don't know where we're getting it from. Bitcoin is running a little right now. Let's pull up Bitcoin. It said Bitcoin is running right now. Let's open up Webull like it's the market open, even though it's late at night. And let's look at some crypto. In general, I mean, the market tanked today. Shopify is the craziest thing to me, bro. Shopify gave up all of its gains. Look at this. Since COVID. This is just absolutely insane. Shopify, last time it was here was April 2020 at 514. All of its gains gone. Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin Cash. I saw a big green candle. I was like, Bitcoin back to 45? Are we there? Oh, wait, hold on. Bitcoin's 41 though. See, this is the crazy thing about crypto. It's just running. It's running, and I don't know why. And I don't think anyone knows why. If you think you know why crypto's running, I think you're lying. Like, I don't think anyone really gets why this is happening. I don't know. I absolutely love that haircut, so fresh. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. How many hats do you own? I don't own a lot of hats. It's like, I don't know, maybe three hats, maybe, max. Guys, I'm about to switch my microphone right now. Let me know if you guys hear a difference, okay? All right, how does it sound? Does it sound better? Let me know if it sounds better. Put it in the chat. Let me know if it sounds better. This is an official mic now that I'm using. It's a Shure SM58. Let me know, like, put it in the chat if it actually sounds better, if it sounds good. Look at Sunrun, huge solar energy company, best opportunity short term I've ever seen. Sunrun. I'm about to look up the ticker symbol right now for Sunrun. The solar energy stocks are interesting, man, because solar is like, I don't even know what the trajectory is on solar. Sunrun's at $30 right now. Shop out here making no sense. Yes, Shop is making no sense. RM, what's up? Happy you are here. So Sunrun, so it was at $5 2017. It's up 500% in the past 5 years. That's not bad. Let me know what you guys think about the mic. Crispier. Justin says not much difference. Owen says Joseph Carlson said some interesting stuff about advertising with Netflix, who is not operating with an advertiser. Yeah, so the CFO of Netflix just came out today, and he said never say never when it comes to advertising on Netflix. And, you know, I think Netflix, if it gets really bad, like we see the stock in the 200s, they would load up some ads, because Netflix doesn't make money outside of subscriptions, which means if they can't get subscriptions, they're not going to be able to load anything up. They're not going to be able to grow, right, as a company. Advertising is a whole new business model that basically says, hey, the amazing content we have, Stranger Things, Queen's Gambit, all that, you know, crazy Squid Game, all that stuff, anyone can have it if they just watch a couple ads. And it's like, I think that could be a massive opportunity. Okay, most of you are saying the mic has no difference. Yeah, the mic has no difference. It's not even connected. I thought I could get you guys. Okay, Doom Shalat says mic sounds good. One of you said crispier. Yeah, Freddie and Doom Shalat, you guys are incorrect, because this mic is not even connected. But you know, I tried it. I feel like I should still hold it, because I feel like more official holding this, right? Like, I feel cooler. Chris is in the chat. Chris, you got the entire community up in a little bit of a, what do you call it? A little bit of a ruckus with your newest video, bro. You're making some noise in the Palantir community based upon this. Advertising sounds so competitive. Advertising is really not that competitive, given there's so many advertising. Like, the thing I'm understanding about advertising is, like, so many people are willing to advertise. Like, it's really not that competitive. There are so many different areas where you can advertise. Now, Facebook and Google have a major monopoly on digital advertising, but advertisements are like a huge business. And like think about Russia right now. Like, Pepsi just turned off their advertising in Russia, which is kind of insane to me, because I was listening to that in the car and I was like, wait a second, Pepsi is advertising in Russia? Like, I forgot that Pepsi has to advertise in all parts of the world. And guess what? They're not advertising, you know, just on the same places where you advertise. They're advertising on Russian media. They're advertising on Russian billboards. They're advertising on Russian websites. So they're advertising on Russian podcasts, right? There's so many different subsets of media and niche media in so many different places that advertising seems to be, you know, a very big thing. And Netflix, you're talking about, you know, millions and millions of people watching. Advertisers would line up immediately to sell some ads on that website. Drew says this is worse than lip syncing. It's official, bro. It's official. Netflix should buy Roku. That's not going to happen. Amit only bought a mic so he can drop it at the end of his argument. That's facts. All right, I'm going to stop using the mic now. You got me. I just like your voice. Thank you. Doom Shala, I never hear you talk other than saying Palantir to the moon, so it's nice to know you're a real person. I think literally everyone on the internet knows that that's all you say. I don't know why, but that is what it is. Anyone that wants to do content creation, get familiar with Fiverr. Why, Chris? Why is Fiverr so, like, are you talking about, like, the stock, or are you talking about people getting to know the website of Fiverr? Because, I mean, I know what the website does. Data, whatever their faces, promotional materials are utter garbage. It reminds me of ads that run at... He said data, whatever their faces. Not data. Yeah, bro. Do you guys really want to do this data walk thing, bro? Chris, I think we got to go through this data walk website, and we gotta look at it, given how versatile their analytics platform is. So this is the data walk website. This is the thing Chris is talking about in his new video, and basically, they like call out Palantir directly. Where's the part where they call out Palantir directly? Look, Palantir alternative. This whole paper is just like trying to show why Palantir. Look, here's my thing. If they're better than Palantir, then they should be able to beat Palantir. Palantir did 1.5 billion in revenue. I don't see DataWalk doing 1.5 billion in revenue. I don't see them even doing 100 million in revenue. Like, I don't know what this company. These guys are irrelevant the way I'm looking at it. All this stuff is just white noise. The SPACs are not partnering with DataWalk. Major Fortune 500 companies, from what I understand, are not partnering with DataWalk, or at least at the level that they're doing it with Palantir. So, I mean, Chris may be right. They are a competitor. Palantir has lots of competitors. It's not like Palantir doesn't have competitors. It's just when you're so explicitly against the Palantir alternative on your website, it leads me to believe that there's a reason why you're calling out Palantir. Like, I'm not too worried about it. I think a lot of you might bet I'm not too bad. What did Owen say? Why did Kelly say, oh my God? Oh, Owen, yeah, bro, I need to... See, the problem is, Owen, with this... So, all right, we got to expose you, Owen. I'm sorry. We're going to expose... If anyone was here at the stream last night, we're going to expose Owen. Because Owen's a child, and it's okay to expose children. Sometimes they need to be shown in their place, okay? Owen dropped $60 in a super chat last night, and then he asked to get refunded in my Discord last night. And it's like... It was so funny because he was trying to flex on this what do you call this, on this live stream of like, yeah, I can send him it $60. He didn't even attach a super chat to it. He literally just sent $60 acting like he was cool. And then he said, hey, I need a refund. The problem is, Owen, you idiot, I'm sorry to say that, but it's just true. YouTube takes 30% out of every super chat. So like, I believe, if I'm not incorrect, and I'll let you know once I get the payment, I believe they took $18 out of your $60. So it's like, if I send you... This is the funny part. If I send Owen back his $60, I'm losing $18 off of his fake flex that he did to send to me. That's the insanity of this Owen nonsense. That's the insanity of this. I'm gonna get you your money back, Owen. I'm just trying to figure this thing out. But it's pretty funny. So you got to give me a second. Isn't that funny, bro? Like, I'm losing money on Owen's perceived super chat. It's like crazy. Owen, I'm just gonna say it. Owen's in high school. Let's just put that out there. So he is an actual child. So yes, Owen is in high school, but he's a smart kid for being in high school. He's a very smart kid. He reminds me of, not really myself, because I actually, let's just say I got girls in high school, and Owen doesn't really know how to do that. But nonetheless, Owen is kind of cool. Drew, thank you for the super chat. See, Drew can afford a $5 super chat. Owen can barely afford a $2 super chat. So, Michael Ray, how are the skeptics got Palantir so wrong, even though they're built around ethical data management? Look, the reason the skeptics have Palantir wrong from a data perspective is Peter Thiel associated with the company, a lot of the media headlines. Like, look, let's just look up. I'm going to look up Vice or Vox Media Palantir. I'm just going to see what pops up. Because, like, if you just look up Palantir and, like, Vice or something, or let's just look up Palantir racist, you're just going to get a bunch of headlines, right? And these headlines really aren't that critical and relevant. Like the war inside Palantir, data mining firms tied to ICE. So I noticed a lot of this stuff came out 2019, 2017. This was during the Trump era. So because of this, there's just a bad perception around the company. Whereas if you really look into the company and look at their actual articles, like let's go to the stuff they put on Twitter today, you'll just see so much more from what they're actually doing. And so that's the thing. It's like the skeptics have it wrong because they just don't know much about it. So Palantir, privacy and ethics. This is the thing I think everyone should go to. This website right here. In fact, I'll put it in the chat right now. Like, follow this blog if you're trying to learn a lot more about Palantir. Papa Thiel solved these problems with PayPal like 69 years ago already. Yeah, that's the other thing is like Thiel solved this stuff already. So because Thiel solved this stuff, it's but the market will recognize it when the market recognizes it. I think they just need to be able to grow, and the more they grow, they're going to be able to ultimately do this. Since we are talking about ads, watch the movie Branded. It's dark, but some reality to it. Okay, cool. Let's look up Branded. I've never seen this movie before. Branded movie. I'm going to Branded movie. Oh, is that a TV series or a movie? RM. Is that a TV series? Oh, it's a movie. Set in a... All right, guys, let's look at the Branded trailer. It's a 2-minute trailer. Let's look at this. This is a dystopian movie. But I'll go to that in a second. Let me finish the question. So yeah, so you gotta be so smart to choose Palantir. Just yeah, I agree with you. You have to be pretty smart to know what Palantir does. Like again, guys, we're in the business of stock picking, not index investing. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like if you want to get massive, 10, 20x returns, you got to pick a stock. So it's like if you pick Palantir, you got to know something about Palantir. And like I just believe that this community knows a little bit more. Yeah, everyone press like on the video. Definitely press like if you're enjoying the video. Carlos said you made your website. Yeah, all right, let me introduce that topic. So I think, so someone put this out on Twitter today. They were like, someone should make a Palantir website, kind of like a Tesla website. So there's a couple of dedicated websites that follow Tesla. And those websites are pretty big and they do a really good job like connecting the community together. So like, let me show it on the screen. This is the main one that I've seen. There's a couple more, but Teslarati.com, right? Tesla news, tips, rumors, and reviews. So this is what I'm thinking of creating for Palantir. And the idea is it would be the centralized hub of knowledge where daily updates can come out on Palantir. The videos, all the videos I have, they can be turned into articles, right? So like, I think that would be a lot of good written content. I think it's much easier to share an article than it is to share a video. And the reason for that is because like articles can kind of spread. You can find it, kind of discover them through SEO, but videos are only discovered on YouTube and people share videos. But if you send a video to someone, they then have to watch it. And it's much more easier to just send them an article and they could read it. Articles still have a lot of leverage in the world of just social. I mean, entire businesses. This website right here, Nerds Wallet, this went public, by the way, guys. I was thinking of buying their IPO and then I realized it's a blog. And I was like, how did a blog go public? Like literally I was so good. Nerd Wallet. Their business is it's just content. Like they have some partnerships with credit cards and stuff, but they're a blog at the end of the day. That's all they are. They try to frame themselves as like this financial suite of products. I'm like, they're not even a brokerage. I read their S1 and they were like significant risks to our business. If Google changes their search algorithm, we could be at major risk. And I was like, so I'm investing in a blog and they IPO'd. Let's look at their stock. They IPO'd at like $18 or something. Yeah, they're at $10. Now, granted, they're down because the market's down, but they IPO'd at 25? They IPO'd at $25. They ran to 27. I was thinking of buying it at 18, but then I was like, it's a blog, bro. Why would I buy a blog? And so that's my point though. If a blog can go public, like that's kind of crazy, right? If a blog can go public, then I definitely think a Tesla or a Palantir website through blogging could definitely get a lot of traffic, help grow the YouTube channel, help connect the community. I also think we can get more contributors, right? So I'm not going to write every article because I don't have the time to write every article. But if we could create this place that gets a lot of attention, then a lot of other people could write a lot of articles and then submit them to the website. And there's just so many more perspectives. And I think this is different than Reddit, right? Because some people were saying, well, why isn't Reddit a good option? The problem with Reddit is it's a forum, and a website is different than a forum. Like, I'm not going to go to Teslarati to like connect and have community with other people. I'm going to go to like read this Tesla's Elon Musk requests judge to end his 2018 consent decree with the SEC, right? By Simon Alvarez. Let's go to their Twitter. This guy probably talks about Tesla big. There we go. He's a reporter for Teslarati. Boom, boom, boom. That's what he does, right? So like, if I want to go to Reddit to connect around Tesla, I would go to a subreddit. But like, that's not what I'm going to do. So like, I think Reddit has a different use case. Also, Reddit is just really toxic. If I'm going to be honest, Reddit is just like ridiculously toxic. And there's like a ton of just like people just like like just saying really stupid stuff to each other all the time. I don't even post my videos on Reddit. I never post my videos on Reddit. People post my videos for me on the Palantir subreddit, and then people comment on it like, who is this guy, blah, blah, blah. They just say stupid stuff. So like, I think a centralized hub for content is way different than an actual like subreddit, which I think is important. All right, let me read some of these comments because I messed up on these. Palantir is presenting at the 2022 Morgan Stanley conference. Going to be covering that tomorrow. That's going to be super important, which is good. Such an epic idea. That's why a good reason I love Twitter. Yeah, Nick, I think that's a good idea, right? I think if so many people like, because I think if you can just go to this, like, so I bought the domain name dailypalantir.com, right? And if you can just go there every day and get news and like when you go to YouTube, you know, if you follow Palantir YouTubers, some of that stuff will come up in your feed, but you're also going to get a lot of other stuff. So I think there's a unique value to like just one website that focuses on one thing and is able to like really scale that from a content perspective. Kelly says it's amazing how much you're doing. Consulting firm, startup, YouTube, now a dedicated Palantir website. Respect the hustle. Damn. Yeah, I mean, like to me, you know, it's kind of crazy because I bought the domain name today. I started setting up the website because when I get an idea and I'm trying to get better at this, I try to internally debate myself, given I am a debater. By the way, I should show you guys my debate videos one day because some of them may be on YouTube, but you guys would never find them because YouTube has like trillions of videos. There's no way you would find them unless I link it. So I may have to link it one day. But debate is like I try to debate myself on like an idea because I've definitely pursued ideas in the past that probably weren't the best thing to pursue, not because I regret them, but just like they didn't have a lot of like merit to be able to pursue them. But that's what you do when you're really young, when you're 19, 20, right? You just like try to pursue an idea and see what happens. So when I saw this idea pop up on Twitter today and people were saying I should do it, I like started questioning myself, sort of like not from a work ethic perspective or how much work needs, because I get excited about the work, right? I think you guys know that from me by now. Like I get super excited to get the work done and get stuff out there and do stuff. But like I asked myself, is there longevity and like purpose to this project? And I ultimately concluded, I'm like, why? Like I don't see the Teslarati of Palantir exist yet. And I'm like, well, who's going to create it at that point? And by the way, when Palantir gets to like 50, 60 bucks, everyone's going to try to create it. So like that's also one thing to keep in mind. It's like, yes, it doesn't exist now, but that's primarily because, you know, it's a bear market. But if you're so bullish that you're going to create YouTube content around it, if you could create a blog around it and they could work symbiotically, and obviously if you're betting your YouTube will, you know, do well because Palantir does well, then obviously the blog would do well. It's just a question of putting in the work. And you know, what's really interesting is, Mark Manson. I don't know if you guys know this guy. This guy wrote the book, How to Not, the subtle art of not giving an F. That book was really good. I read that a couple years ago. And one of the things he said was that at 22, he started a blog. And it was so interesting to me because everyone that I've read that's like not super successful or anything, but that just has a decent level of success, they always start this thing that just gets attention. Whether it's a blog or a podcast or a YouTube channel, whatever it is. Like I guess I'm just vaguely describing social media, but like if you can start this entity that is just generating traffic, there's so many opportunities as a result of that. And I think for Palantir, because that's where my passion is and one of my, you know, biggest stocks, it's so niche. It's not like a general stocks investing website like Seeking Alpha or something. It's way more niche down, way more like optimized. I think that there is potential for this, but we'll see what happens. Drew says he looks like a total dork in them. Yo, Drew, don't link it. It's got to be a treat to the audience. Do not link it. I think Owen, yeah, don't link it, bro. I put them in the general chat early and Drew saw it. I don't even know what you're talking about. Reddit gives me a headache. Yeah, Reddit gives me a headache too, bro. So I'm just like, when you're on Reddit, you just get all this stuff. And it's not that Reddit's bad. It's just like, there's a lot of stuff there. What if Roku is to YouTube what TikTok is to Facebook? That doesn't make sense because TikTok is taking attention away from Facebook because they're innovating a new medium of content that people are consuming and that people are getting discovered for. So for Roku to be to YouTube what TikTok is to Facebook, Roku has to get content discovery and distribution at scale optimized over YouTube's algorithmic centralized network for content discovery. I'm not going to be live streaming on a Roku network. Like, it's not that I'm opposed to it. It's just like, why would I when like you've got YouTube? And also it's like, what discovery mechanism, like, is it going to get me 76 people to hop on at 11 p.m. to watch what I have to say? Probably not, right? It's also not mobile. Like some of you are probably watching this on your phone. Comment if you're watching on your phone right now. Probably not going to, it's probably not going to come up if you're doing it on Roku. Chris says, yo, we doing Teledoc this Sunday? Yes, Chris, make sure you prepare that presentation. Guys, 10 p.m. Sunday night, we're going to be going deep dive into Teledoc. Chris, we did a deep dive on Roku. I posted on my channel the other day. So we're talking about Roku. I mean, yeah, Teladoc. Bitcoin pumping right now. Yeah, Bitcoin. Let's go back to Bitcoin real quick. Well, no, it's at 41.6. That's the one we covered it. Bitcoin's interesting. Kelly says, a quality blog is such an amazing, almost passive cash flow over time as you begin ranking higher and higher in SEO too. I think this is literally a perfect idea for you. Yeah, Kelly, you and me, we think alike. We think alike on a lot of things. So yeah, I agree. I always wanted to start a blog too. By the way, I've started blogs in the past, just in like when I was like 17, 18, right? When you don't know what SEO is or any of that stuff. But like now I'm like, wait a second. I think there's a tapped in community. I have SEO tactics and I have the content. Like I have 200 something videos that could all be turned into articles tomorrow. Now it's going to take me some time to do that, but nonetheless, like the content's there. And then you've got other people contributing content. Like there's a really good potential there, I think, for it to work. On the phone, can't comment on my TV. Yeah, on the phone. Makes sense. Already know Chris was going to say use Fiverr for your blog. Yo, Chris always has some suggestion, bro. Chris is like, yo, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do that. But like, look at this website, guys, on NerdWallet. That's why I was so interested in it. I was like, why is this blog going? Did anyone know about this company when they went? Let me pull up their S1. Nerds S1. Let's look at their S1 right now. Where is their S1? Because their S1 was like ridiculous to me, bro. IPO investment. There it is. Look, I'm just going to Command F the word risk. And when you see it, it's going to be like hilarious. They're like, if Google screws us, we're screwed. I'm like, why would I invest in you guys? Like as a public company, if Google changes something, there's zero moat. I was like, what is the moat? I don't get it. All right, so I'm going to do risk. I'm going to type in Google. I think I'll find what I'm looking for. Yeah, look at this. I don't know why these lines are here, but look at this. We are dependent on internet search engines, in particular Google. So they're like, Google is daddy, to direct traffic to our websites and refer new users to. That means they have no customer acquisition outside of Google. If search engines, algorithms, methodologies, and our policies are modified or enforced in ways we do not anticipate, or if our search result page rankings decline for other reasons, traffic to our platform or user growth or engagement could decline, any of which could harm our business, financial conditions, and results, etc., etc. That's wild to me. Like this is why I got better at reading S1s before companies go public. And if you don't do this, highly recommend it, because before a company goes public, they have to release official documentation. You gotta read the risks. And like I've read Palantir's S1, and they have a bunch of different risks, but a lot of those are like, they don't make you feel scared at night. They're like, all right, they got to sell the product. They got to work with clients. It's like, all right, it's like basic risks. This one, I was like, if these guys like can't generate traffic, they don't have a business. And like, I was just like, how is that a public company? That was so interesting to me. Code strap on unpopular opinions tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be awesome to watch. Amit, do a collab with Palantir Vision. I'm down for it. You know, if Palantir Vision wants to have a collab, you know, if he wants to do it, then let's do it. I've never talked to him necessarily, so I don't know. Investing in a blog just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. Yeah, that was my point. It's like let's say I make the Palantir Daily blog or the Daily Palantir blog, and it has some decent revenue. I don't know, like a couple thousand a month in advertising revenue. That's awesome. But like, would that ever be like? Would you trust a blog to be public and like invest in that? Like it doesn't make any sense, right? Because at the end of the day, it's just a blog. So I was really trying to go into the business. I was like, what else? How? Like, let's go back into the thing. I was like, how else do these guys make money? I just didn't get it. I was really trying to figure it out. And it's just like, you can find a new credit card. I'm like, okay. I'm just like, what else do like if you just go through their website, there's nothing there. And like, to me, this is the Graham Stephan YouTube channel. Graham Stephan is NerdWallet because he makes a ton of really good content on credit cards. So I was like, bruh, I don't get it. Everyone says, Amit, when will you hit 1 million subs? Yeah, and I don't get it. Yo, y'all are acting like it's so easy to get subscribers on YouTube. It's not easy. I know I make it seem easy, and I'm not saying that to sound arrogant, but I know it's like, oh, he got 10,000 in 2 months. It seems easy. Bro, it's very difficult. And like getting like 10,000 in 2 months does not mean in the next 2 months it's going to be 20,000. Now, am I going to work my butt off to get there? Yeah. But it's not easy. It's very difficult. I think when people like assume you're on like a trajectory ladder of success, so we do it with Palantir basically, right? We're basically like, oh, when is Palantir just gonna get to like $100 in stock price? When in reality, it's not easy for them to be able to do that. Like it's very difficult, right? So, it's difficult. But I think the number one thing, you know what I watched, guys, today? I watched a video of Kevin. I actually want to pull it up. Meet Kevin. I watched the video of him from like 3 years ago, where he was doing one of his first live streams, and I want you guys to just watch the first couple minutes, and I want you to see how similar it sounds to me right now. Okay, so let me share it. We're just gonna watch the first minute of it. Okay, just watch him. This is in 2018, one of his first live streams. And let me know if there's an echo or anything. It should be good though.
Outline for everybody about the market today. Good morning, everybody. If you're tuning in on the replay, remember, go to 3 minutes for the Saturday morning videos. Thank you to all 31 of you who are already here. That's amazing. The 30-minute notification, we got 30 plus folks. This is incredible.
Look at that, bro. He's talking about how he got 30 people within the first minute. And this is a guy that now when he live streams gets like 10,000 people within probably 20 minutes. Like, that's the progression.
I'm ready to expose Graham. I don't know. That's not going to happen. What's up, folks? Thanks for coming in. Look at that. We got first, second, and third, fourth, fifth. Giovanni, what's up? Well, awesome. So we're going to get started here. It's going to be really interesting today. I got some fun stuff. Remember,
that's all I was going to show. But isn't that wild, bro? Like, that to me, if anything, that's motivation, right? Like, when you're trying to do it whether you have 100 subscribers, 1,000, whatever, like, it's not about the number. It's about, like, he was showing up in 2018 when 30 people showed up. I'm doing a live stream right now with 82 people, and I'm grateful for literally every single person that is here watching me right now. Because one day I have the belief that it could be 8,000 people, But, like, you got to get there. You got to be there when there's only 82 people. And I think the reason I have this perspective is because when I did debate in high school, I was really bad my sophomore year. Like, I was really bad. And my junior year, I got better. And then my senior year, I became one of the best debaters in the country. So I had this trajectory of just like sucking, not sucking, and then being phenomenal. And I think it just takes time, and it just takes trusting the process and really believing that you've got something and honing the craft, being there when there's 82 people, right? Being there in debate rounds when I'm losing every round, but still finishing all the rounds at the tournament and not like quitting mid-tournament. Like, it's just a process at the end of the day. It's literally just a process. Someone says, Innovative Edge says, don't complain. Trust me, I'm not complaining about the growth. It's just, you got to keep going. You got to keep going to me. And that's kind of my thing. And it's just not easy to keep growing, right? So that's why I'm thinking, like, when people are saying, oh, get to 1 million subs, I'm like, well, it's very difficult, So, but it would be cool, though. Could you imagine, bro? Like, so Tom Nash said you could get 100,000 subs by the end of June. And I kept saying, don't say that, bro. Like, that's not that easy to do. But then I started thinking about, I was like, yo, what if that could happen? Now, granted, the probability is very low, very, very low, because that is explosive growth. That's not just 10,000 in 2 months. That's like hundreds of, like getting to 100,000 in the next couple months. Not easy. But I think if you aim for the moon, you can land on the stars. So if we get to like, I don't know, 30,000. But again, even that's 20,000 more people. That is not easy. So that's kind of my thing. It's just always keeping it in perspective, no matter what you're doing. Kelly says you're literally the next Meet Kevin, 100% conviction. I'm trying, but I have a lot to learn as well. Meet Kevin's a smart guy, bro. He's a very smart guy, and I'm trying to become. I think I have analytical and communication skills. Now I'm trying to get expertise in analyze. Because the other thing about Meet Kevin that's important to understand is it's not like he's the best trader or investor in the world. He is able to break down subjects, and I think that's why people come back to his channel. Like, they're definitely not coming for the financial advice all the time. He literally just sold out of his position. So if you were literally there for the financial advice, you'd be like, why am I watching this guy if I'm not trying to sell my position? But that's not the reason people come back to YouTubers or like any type of content. People come back because they have a personal connection with the creator, and they also believe the creator offers some type of value. And one of the things he does that Graham doesn't do and that Andre doesn't do is he breaks down what's going on, what's happening right now. Right? Like, Graham will take like, I don't know, like a week to make a video on Russia, Ukraine, right? Because that's his style. He puts out 2 videos a week and like he chills. But Kevin will put out 5 videos a day and live stream the whole day talking about it. And like, that's my personality, because I'm more so of a, like, I have a quick take, I say it and I go. I don't have to spend 30 hours making a video, because why? Like, I can talk, it takes me 20 minutes and I put it out there and that's it. So I can do more of them. But the question is just being able to keep that going. All right, let me read some of the comments. What kind of debate did you do? Political, ethical? We debated everything, bro. We debated. So I did a Lincoln Douglas debate, and we debated like, should we have a carbon tax? Should we ban handguns? Is Disney cultural appropriation? We debated literally every topic you could imagine, which I think kind of trained me to just like think in a more deeper way when it came to topics. Owen, you were watching Kevin today as well. He's so, yeah, man, got to give it up to him. He's good. Like, he knows his stuff. And he's quick with the information, too. Like, I think the other thing that I'm trying to understand about content, and feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments around this, is there is so much content in the world. So much content. And, like, it is such a commodity at this point. Like, no one needs more content. So the only way your content matters is if you can, like, if you can stand out. And not only just stand out with your content, is if you're relevant in the moment where there is so much other content. So like everything that's going around in Russia, Ukraine, you know, if Kevin's able to give you a quick breakdown, like I was listening to in the car over like 15 minutes and really give you all the information you need in a succinct manner, and he's able to do it better than a lot of other people, you're going to naturally get people's attention because you're able to do something different than other people. And I think that's the difference between him and a lot of other YouTubers that are in the finance space. I think he's also figured out quantity matters more than quality. Like, quality has to be good, but like if you just keep showing up, you have a better chance of actually getting people to like care at the end of the day. What is your take on Data Walk versus Palantir? Yeah, I hate Chris so much, yo. Chris made, you know what Chris said? He also told me, he messaged me. He was like, yo, can you retweet my tweet? I didn't even know what his tweet was. I was like, sure, I'll retweet it. Next thing you know, my retweet probably drove a lot more traffic to his Data Walk video. And now is data. Do we want to watch his Data Walk video live? Let me know if you guys want to watch this, because I haven't fully watched it yet. It's like 10 minutes. Let me know if you guys want to watch it. Put it in the chat. This is a Palantir competitor that Chris has found that is like super scary or something. And in my Palantir group chat on Twitter, everyone's just like, this is stupid. Like, this is like not even a concern. I don't want to say it's FUD or anything. It's just like more like, you know, stuff. It's more stuff that the community's figuring out. 1.4 thousand. Chris got 1,500 views on this. That's not bad, Chris. Not bad. Why did you buy Facebook and then sell it for much cheaper? Well, I messed up on Facebook, but it's good I got out at 216 because now it's at 187. And it's a $1,000 loss. That's okay. And I just bought more Palantir with it. So the opportunity cost for me was like, let me buy it. Ed has a really good question. Do you ever get imposter syndrome being a content creator? This is a phenomenal question. The answer is yes, and anyone who says no is lying to you. Everyone who's making content gets imposter syndrome. I can guarantee Meet Kevin gets imposter syndrome. You know how I know Meet Kevin gets imposter syndrome? Because literally in January, when the entire world was going crazy that he sold his stocks, he disabled his comments. You do not disable comments, especially when you're a content creator, because what do comments do? They increase the algorithm's ability for you to get recommended because it shows engagement on a video. You do not decrease engagement on a video, whether it's good or bad, if you are not insecure and feel like an imposter with the content you're creating. Flat out. Like, that's just, so when I saw him do that, I was just like, man, he's really feeling it. Like, he's going through it. And I felt for him because I was just like, you're a public figure. Hundreds of thousands of people are talking about you, many of them saying very negative things, and it's like you have to kind of put up with that. Like, imagine this. Imagine the day after he sold, the market rips, I don't know, like 20%. Let's just imagine. And it stays there for the next couple. Let's just imagine. Imagine 2 weeks of him selling at the literal bottom and having to eat it. Like, do you not think the content he would be putting out, he would feel like a literal idiot every day? Because of the fact that he sold at the bottom and he's supposed to be like a financial guru on YouTube? He would, like, he was already feeling like an imposter for disabling comments. I guarantee he would probably, and we had a little bit of the rally too, and me, Kevin, was getting a little bit of the, you know, a lot of the shots back and forth, but eventually things came crashing down. He ended up being right, to be honest. But yeah, I think anyone gets imposter syndrome as a content creator. I think the question to be able to combat that imposter syndrome is two things. Number one, why are you creating content? And if it's an authentic reason, so for me, I'm authentically creating the type of content that I create with no hidden agenda or bias or anything. Like the most I sell is a $5 a month Patreon. So like, there's not like anything that crazy that I'm trying to convince an audience for. I'm really just trying to build attention at scale. So at that point, there's really no agenda. Everything is pretty authentic. And then the second level is, are you comfortable with the content you're putting out given the level of research, analysis, skill set you've put into the content? So for example, for a musician, if they put out a song and they know they didn't like put their all into that song, they're going to have imposter syndrome around that song coming out. If I put out a video and it's really crappy analysis because I know it's crappy analysis, but I had to put out a video to put out a video, then I'm going to feel imposter syndrome about how that video does, whether it does good or bad. But if you actually just put your authentic self out and you do it with the utmost level of, dignity for yourself, then I think the imposter syndrome goes away. Now, the problem is you're going to get comments from people and they're going to say stupid stuff and you're going to feel a certain way. That stuff is just white noise. Like, to me, at the end of the day, that ultimately is white noise. Like, the majority of people are very positive, and the few sets of criticism you get, as long as it's constructive, you can deal with that. If it's not constructive, then it's like, all right, this person's just like bored today and they wanted to comment something. But I think that's how you get over imposter syndrome. All right, let's go through some of the comments. I get imposter syndrome and everything. Doom, the one thing you don't get imposter syndrome in is commenting Palantir to the moon. That's the one. Hold on. You said I even have the imposter syndrome being the Palantir. Bro, Doom, no one knows what you look like. Like, your profile picture is a tree. How do you get imposter syndrome? Like, you have to deal with zero ramifications for your Palantir comments ever. Amit, have you met Kevin? I've actually DM'd with Meet Kevin. Boom. Can I throw the mic drop? Is that a mic drop moment? I have DM'd with Meet Kevin. I actually might have a meeting with him soon for something, but yeah, I'm not even lying. I actually have DM'd with him. We were talking about something. So yeah, but I've never like talked to him in person. No. I get imposter syndrome on my neighborhood for not going out. You get imposter syndrome on your neighborhood for not going out a lot? Your name looks like it's Arabic. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where are you from? Arabic person. I'm sorry for calling you that. And let us know why. Expand on that. Is it white noise if I can hear your lip smacking every video, or is it just regular noise? The problem is with my lip smacking, I can't control. Like, that's just, it is what it is at the end of the day. I can try to stop it, but that's just kind of how it is. Can Palantir go to 1 trillion? Yes. Yeah, Palantir can. But it's going to take time. It's not easy, as I've been saying today. It's not easy. All right, do we want to watch a little bit of Chris's video? Wait, Owen says, did I set you up for that flex? What did you say? Have you met Kevin? Yeah. Yo, Owen, you're just like, you're that little brother that like tries to be mean, but ends up being a good dude. Oh, you guys posted my thing in the live stream. So Owen and Drew always end up posting my live stream in Discord. Guys, if you're not in the Discord, $5 a month, Patreon. It's a really, really fun Discord. Lots of research. I mean, I would think of the investment as $60 a year to like support if you want to support, but you get a lot of research. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and the more people, the better. It's just like this network effect of a ton of research that's in the Discord, and it's a lot of fun, to be honest. If you just want to have some fun throughout your day and join a community, then I would highly suggest you join. Link is in the description if you want to join that. Sachin says, why 1 trillion only? Sachin, I like how you're thinking. Sachin is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Sachin, for you guys don't know, Sachin Sharma, OG. First of all, let me pull this up real quick. Sachin just did a interview with Tom Nash. Sachin, I'm about to check your subscriber count because I haven't checked it yet after this Tom Nash interview. So he did an interview with how high oil prices would go, interview with energy expert Sachin Sharma, 29,000 views. I don't think I've ever had a video yet hit 29,000 views, but Sachin has. Let's go to Sachin's Social Blade. Sachin, I'm exposing you right now. We're about to see your growth based upon that video, because that video definitely exposed you to a new audience. Boom, look at this. Wow. 430 subs, my guy. Tom Nash. Shout out to Tim. Now, I think Tom did that for me one day when he showed up on my channel. So like, it's just the nature of collaboration on these platforms. It's like the more you can collaborate, the more other people get to know you. So 430 more people found out about Sachin. If you guys don't know Sachin, please subscribe to him. I'm gonna put up his channel right here. OG guy. He is 101% in Palantir with his public portfolio. So I don't know how many millions of dollars that is, but it's a lot of money. He's big into Palantir. Big into Palantir. Doom says, Sachin, Chris, and Amit in here, the Trinity. Yup, the Trinity. The Trinity. Chris is on the Discord. No, but Chris, you don't tweet the live streams. That's why I didn't mention your name. Drew and what's his name? Owen always tweet the live streams on there. So yeah. I'm from Morocco, big fan of you. See, this is the power of YouTube. There's a guy from Morocco in the chat right now. Like, that's so amazing, bro. That's awesome. That's crazy. That's awesome, bro. Thank you for being here. Think you mean Tom Cash. We got to get Tom back on the channel. I haven't talked to Tom in a little bit. Tom's been busy basically destroying Russia on Twitter. So, by the way, guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, @MidIsInvesting, I got to do the shout out because you guys have got to be on Twitter, following me there on Twitter. Okay? All right, do we watch this Chris video? Is that what we're doing? I need like 5 yeses in the chat if we should watch this Chris video. Chris, if you're here, I want you to watch this video as well because you need to watch yourself on camera so you can see how you can improve. I haven't seen your video, Chris, so I don't know how you did. But apparently you've got the whole world bugging on this data walk scenario. Okay? So let me get some yeses in the chat if we're going to watch this Chris video because I honestly want to watch it. I haven't watched it. So we got to see that. Ed says, what is your timeline on Web3 gentrification, and do you think Web2 platforms will innovate the bridge to get there effectively slicing their own throat? If they don't, who will? I have a lot of thoughts on Web3. I don't want to get into them immediately, but I do not see Web2 platforms leaving at all. Web2 platforms like YouTube, Twitter, like platforms that are not powered by a cryptocurrency that are tokenized, they are not going anywhere anytime soon. You can quote me on that. Like, I know a lot of people in the Web3 startup space, it's not going as peaches and rainbows as you think it's going. It sounds like a cool idea, but I think they will succeed. I don't think they're going to beat centralized platforms. I really don't. I don't think decentralization is going to beat centralization. I 1000% don't think that's going to happen. But we'll talk about it more. All right, people said yes in the chat. We're going to see Chris's video. Think of this as guys, this is basically like us at a theater. We're basically all at a movie theater right now watching Chris in this video. So first off, let me change my camera because my camera is definitely about to die real quick. So it's going to be a less HD camera, but that's okay because, you know, it's, you guys are here for my voice, right? Not my, let me change the camera real quick. Hold on. Where is the camera? Okay, there it is. Boom. Let me plug this in real quick. We're going to change this one. And we are going to get that there. And then we are going to do Chris's video. It's like we're all in a movie theater together watching this, which is kind of cool. I think it's kind of dope. All right, that has changed. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, sorry, hold on. When it goes to cam link, it has to be main. So it has to like stretch. There you go. That's kind of how it should look. A lot more closer, but nonetheless. And then when it goes to main, this thing has to stretch out like this. Boom. All right, it's time. We're ready. We're going to watch this Chris video. We're doing it.
That a lot of people have been watching.
We're good. Here we go. Chris Patel. Palantir, it is time. Wait, let me make sure. Hold on. I got to make sure there's not an echo. Yes, there's not an echo. There shouldn't be an echo. All right. Boom. We're watching it.
Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about that company that Brad Winton from ARK Invest was talking about on the Meet Kevin podcast, where he actually explained one of the reasons why ARK Invest divested everything from Palantir. One of the things that a lot of people have been wondering is, who is this company? So let's take a look at that real quick.
Who's the Palantir competitor?
They're in the private space.
Oh,
So that right there clued me into who it could possibly be. So the first thing I did was just narrow down a lot of private companies that are in this space. And I actually reached out to a few friends who actually pointed me in the right direction. One of the things that led me to them, believe it or not, was a Facebook post where they were trolling Palantir. So let's take a look at that right here. So basically, about 2 years ago, when Palantir was granted that huge defense contract, DataWalk actually replied to it and said, "Congratulations to Palantir for their $823 million win from the U.S. Department of Defense. But what if you don't have $823 million? DataWalk is a great."
Yo, I just realized my box is it over Chris? Because Chris has a box in his, so let me move my box to the side. All right, my box is now at the top corner, which should make things better for the video. Because Chris is also in a box in his video, so now we should be good.
Alternative at a reasonable price. So that kind of led me to the rabbit hole in saying, wow, you guys are calling out Palantir by its name. So let's take a look at it together. And then I was like, all right, well, I found that, you know what? They actually have a white paper on how to migrate away from Palantir Gotham and to DataWalk. So it was very interesting to see that someone is actually targeting Palantir. And this company is still private. They do have some videos that we're going to watch together.
DataWalk is a multi-user software platform for collaborative, intelligence-led decision-making. DataWalk first enables you to bring together all your data from all your sources into one repository, even if you have many billions of records, and have that data linked and visualized for instant access. Having all your
Who does this sound like?
data pre-connected in one place can eliminate enormous amounts of time that may otherwise be spent accessing multiple systems and then manually importing, preparing, and correlating the data. You can automatically import data from your various databases or manually import spreadsheets, text files, and other file types.
Once again, the same thing that Palantir does, where it takes all this data, regardless of the source, and compiles it and puts it into one usable platform.
You can quickly connect a new data set, such as this Excel file.
All right, so basically Chris is saying, look, these guys kind of do the same stuff as Palantir. Their video sucks, though. It's not inspiring or anything, but all right, let's keep going.
DataWalk accepts your data the way it is. If needed,
Real quick, I just saw Tom is in the chat. Tom, we were just talking about you, bro. We were literally just talking about you. If you want to hop in the stream, bro, let me know. You keeping me awake. Tom, we were talking about... All right, let me pause the video real quick just to say what I was going to say about Tom. I said, Tom, we were talking about you putting Sachin on the pod, and we went to his subscriber count on Social Blade, and man's got 430 subs after your interview. So we were looking at his sub count. We were like, Tom is such an OG. And then I was talking about how Tom, basically did that for me when I was just starting out. He really helped me get some subscribers, get my name out there. So that was kind of funny. Kelly just said Tom with a heart emoji. Bro, Tom, do you see how many people are so happy that you're in this stream right now? She put a heart emoji smiley face. She's so happy that you're here. Tom Nash, when you joining the live? Tom, Chris, Sachin all here. I love how everyone's like, yo, Tom, what type of... Bro, this is what I was saying about YouTube creators, right? When you develop personality, like one day I might hop into someone's stream and everyone's so excited to see Amit there, right? Like that's the thing when you develop a personality with a audience, It really helps. Dude is the real deal. Yes, I agree. Sachin is absolutely the real deal. Comparing this video to Palantir's Gotham demonstration, they aren't even the same. That was my point, bro. I was like looking at Chris's video and I'm like this is just, I don't get, like, even the tone they're describing the fucking, damn, I said a bad word. All right, demonetized. They said they're like describing your data repository. I'm like, these guys don't even sound legit, bro. They don't even sound legit. It is a bear market now. Are you saying that because Tom looks like a fuzzy bear? Oh, Code Strap with Tom tomorrow? Yeah, Tom, I'm excited for that, bro. That's going to be fun, seeing you with Code Strap. I'm curious what questions you're going to ask him. I'm really curious what questions you're going to go for. Because it's going to be super fun and dope. Really liking the marketing recap at night. Thank you. Yes, thank you for being here. This is what we do. We recap the market. All right, are we ready to go back into this data walk nonsense? Let's keep watching it.
You can then normalize or clean up data during or after import. And you can also perform entity resolution. You can instantly profile your data on histograms. And analysts can easily do visual querying across all of the data. For example, with this fictitious data, in just a few seconds we find people who are on a watch list for financial crimes, who are in our records, and who have multiple SARs. Any query you generate will quickly successfully complete, which is a unique data walk capability. Once created, analyses can be saved. If desired, they can be used as rules, and any user can rerun the analysis with just the click of a mouse to see the results. If needed, you can easily set an alert to be notified if new data generates additional results for an analysis or rule. You can also combine multiple saved analyses or rules with machine learning results and social network analysis, assigning weights to each, such that a powerful score can be generated. With this, you can measure the level of risk associated with transactions.
All right, I don't know if you guys saw that in the chat, but Tom is going to be here in 20 minutes, so let's finish this data walk nonsense, and Tom will be here in 20 minutes, so stay on for another 20 minutes. We're going to be talking to Tom.
Individuals, claims, or anything else. You can do analysis of...
Yo, someone just commented, this is like Palantir from Wish. I am literally dead right now. This is bro. You know what was so bad about that company, Wish? They were on the Lakers jerseys in 2018. And I'm just like, if I'm the Lakers marketing director, okay, and Wish comes up to me, and let's say they paid $20 million to get them on the jerseys, and I have LeBron freaking James, people compare him to Michael Jordan, and in the photos 30 years from now, you're going to see a Wish logo on LeBron's chest. I would have fired that marketing director. Like, you're the Lakers. You can get any brand on the planet to advertise with you. And you pick this bootleg Amazon, like, horrible Chamath pump and dump SPAC, right? Because I think it's a SPAC by Chamath. Am I wrong on that? But, like, it's horrible. It was wild, bro. It was wild.
of your data on link charts, visualize flows, enrich your data by reaching out to external data sources such as websites and public record services, and use partner products to access social media or the darknet, and then make that part of your analysis. You can also map your data set, and you can filter or set alerts using polygons. Managers can assign and monitor cases, view dashboards, and any user of the system, including users on a mobile device, can easily search for data across all sources, view summaries or target packages.
Bro, this is so boring. All right, Chris, where are you talking about? Chris, all right, one critique I'll give you, Chris. You got to get through this stuff. Like, this is boring, Chris. You got to get the gist of your analysis now. We got to get to some more. And I'd make this mistake too. Sometimes when I review videos, I let it go too long. But if the video is boring, you're going to lose people.
Went right back into what I thought was just probably a Gotham alternative. So let's take a look at that.
Okay, so this is the Gotham bit. We're going to watch like a minute of it before I go to Chris's analysis because it's kind of boring.
DataWalk is a multi-user graph analytics software platform for collaborative intelligence.
Yo, why does this sound like one of those videos you get in like middle school when they're like introducing you to some new like do you guys remember Edmodo? Am I the only one who had this? It's this like learning platform. It's like Facebook for your classes. It sounds like an introduction video to something like that, bro. It just sounds dumb.
Decision making. DataWalk enables a superior approach for testing and deploying analysis scenarios that are emerging, poorly understood, or rapidly changing. Using DataWalk as a sandbox can...
So this looks like a product that's very similar to Foundry, right? Where you're using AI to create digital twins and create sandboxes where you can actually replicate decisions and then make operational decisions with them. So let's take a look at it further.
Can help you to determine an appropriate course of action. Considering the recent crisis on the east flank of NATO and the potential threat of an armed conflict in Ukraine, in this demo, we'll simulate how DataWalk enables counterintelligence teams to identify foreign agents and their activity in areas of interest. DataWalk software includes the foundational graph capabilities of enabling you to easily import and connect data from all of your internal databases and external data sources. The DataWalk Universe Viewer provides a knowledge graph abstraction layer that transforms all your
All right, this is too boring. Did Chris talk at the end?
Actually kind of shocked if this really is, because if this really is the company that Palantir, that Arc is.
It's not. TLDR, it's not. All right, we're done with this. We're done with that. That would be my only critique, Chris, from one content creator to another. I would do more analysis on the video. I would show like maybe 30 seconds of the video and then just talk more analysis and talk your thoughts. Because the video is boring. It's not you, Chris. It's just the video is so boring. It's like when I did a reaction to Gotham a while back, and Palantir's Gotham promotion video, and that video is fire. You know what I mean? So like, that's the difference. All right, guys, let me zoom out this thing a little bit. I got to set up this Zoom thing for Tom. So put some questions in the chat. Let me set up this Zoom invite for Tom. The problem is I don't know how to do Zoom through OBS, so I'm just going to do a regular share screen. But in the future, I'll probably learn how to do that. StreamYard is obviously the best to do that type of stuff, but it doesn't give you 4K. That's the problem. Okay, let me check the chat while I'm setting this up for Tom. What are y'all saying in the chat? Maybe that is a subtle diss from Chris. Yeah, I mean, probably. That's true. It sounds like a training video. That's what I'm saying, bro. It sounds like a training video. He said, Carlos says, how old is the video? They predicted Ukraine. Bruh. That's hilarious. So what's tomorrow, green or red? Tomorrow's red. But you know what I said, guys? Hold on, where's Tesla right now? I said Tesla would get back to 8:30 when it was at 7:80 in the morning because I was like, I feel like I know how Tesla does. And look at this. Tesla's at 8:24. It ended the day. I'm not saying I'm Nostradamus. I'm just saying Tesla swing trades really in the same range, or at least it has been in the past couple of days, but it seems kind of obvious how Tesla's been working, which is why I was able to like make that hypothesis. Kind of worried NVIDIA is going to start cock-blocking AI companies with their patents. They literally have thousands of patents. Isn't that good, though? I mean, they're not... Guys, Palantir just got 6 new patents yesterday. I was reading through them. This is some complicated stuff. They're not cock-blocking Palantir. They might do some other AI stuff, but I don't think it's Palantir. Redio Blaster says, good job, Chris. Their video was boring. Yeah, I mean, Chris's analysis is usually good, but, like, the video was just so boring. It's just... Owen says, ask him how bullish he is, Roku or Upstart Crowd. I mean, he's bullet. He has Tesla, Palantir, and Google, Owen. So Tom probably doesn't care about Roku, but I'll ask him. I mean, I'll see what he thinks. How many shares of Palantir do you have? I have 2,000 shares, Carlos. I have 2,000 shares. At this moment of my life, I have 2,000 shares of Palantir. Palantir. All right, I'm sending this link to Tom. You know, Tom says 20 minutes, but knowing Tom, we might be in it for another, like, 15, to be honest. But, yeah, we will see when that happens. All right, until then, y'all got me. And that's what you're here for, right? It's my channel. You know what I'm saying? It's me. And you guys dissed me for buying Tesla. Yeah, but Tom also bought $85,000 of Palantir. Oh, and like Tom actually has money. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not saying don't buy Tesla. I'm just saying there's another growth stock that he has. Showcat Hussein says, "Are you going to sell merch?" No, I'm not going to sell merch because I'd rather just sell the Patreon. To be honest, it's $5 a month. It means like what merch? That's $60 a year. Merch is like at minimum you got to spend $20 for a t-shirt. Like, and if I don't charge $20, I'm not going to make a profit on like their margin on clothes is not that good from a business perspective. And number two, I don't think I have a catchphrase that you guys want to rep. Like, you know, if you think about merch, it's like there has to be like something about the creator that you're not going to wear my face. I mean, maybe I have a catchphrase, but I don't think it's that evident enough to like care about on a t-shirt. So no, probably not. Admit my dream is to get to 2,000 carriers. Yeah, like, hey man, one thing to recognize is that this is share accumulation phase right now, and I think over the next 6 months you have plenty of opportunities to buy. So don't feel bad if you don't have like whatever your goal is. Like, just dollar cost average every week. If you have conviction in the company, buy the stock. Don't worry about what other people say, and then hold on to it. And you'll get to your goal eventually. I mean, that's what my goal was, to get to like 1,000. Got there, then it was like 1,500. Then I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop at 1,750. Then I got to 1,750. I was like, might as well just get to 2,000. The goalpost always gets bigger. Like, now I'm trying to get to 2,500, but that's gonna take time, and I'm not stressing about when it's gonna happen. I'm holding PLL, MRA, Lucy, Palantir. That's good. I'm thinking of switching jobs just so I can roll over my 401k money to an IRA, then buy more Palantir shares. Doom Shalat, you're probably all in on Palantir, right? Like, first of all, Doom, can you comment how you get the time in the day to comment on other people's, like, Reddit and Twitter and YouTube videos about Palantir to the moon? Can you just describe? I think all of us want to know. Like, I feel like you would be an interesting person to do a podcast with one day. Like, how do you have the time to just do that? Like, I think we're curious. Kelly says, "I'll wear your face." That is, that is good news, Kelly. I hope you would wear my face. I appreciate that you would wear my face. It's an interesting esoteric philosophical statement to make. I would wear your face with a chat bubble that says Palantir. See, Carlos, I feel like people would look at you weird. Like, if I walked around with a picture of Alex Karp on my shirt, that would be weird, right? That wouldn't be like, I don't know if that would be cool. I'm just saying. But I would still do it. Yes, I did lip smack again. I don't care. I mean, if you don't like it, bro, like, I don't know what to tell you. I'll try to stop. Google or Tesla, which will you prefer? I prefer Google, to be honest, because Google is looking like a snack right now, given and like, I can see their potential more easily than I can see Tesla. I'm not saying Tesla doesn't have potential. I'm just like, I know search and ads are going to be there forever, or at least for the foreseeable future. I don't know if the robo-taxi is happening anytime soon, and I don't think the robot is happening anytime soon. So the cars is the value proposition of Tesla. You have to remember the Tesla story. The real, like, big story is the robo-taxis are like it's a way for Tesla to constantly generate. It's like Uber inside of Tesla, and it opens up all this productivity for you. So you'd rather buy a Tesla versus something else, and you can make subsidiary income or residual income off of your Tesla if it's a robo-taxi. But that takes incredible amounts of artificial intelligence to be able to execute. That's not going to happen anytime soon, in my opinion. That's my point. I would totally buy your bobblehead. That's funny. Bitcoin's up 7%. Just got the Coinbase notification. Doom to the moon. Google trading at like 21 times earnings. Great buy right now. Yeah, and Facebook's at like 13, I think. So it's like, it's kind of insane. See, someone said, Andres said they bought Tesla at a cost average of 229 March 2019. Yeah, I had Tesla at 190. I bought it in May 2019, and like, I sold. So, it is what it is. Doom says, I do it during work, between meetings. I have bookmarks and notifications to find any new Palantir content. I have very efficient system in place to be. Yo, I hope when Palantir moons, literally, Doom, I hope you make so much money, and I hope that the community. You know what? I'll write an entire blog post on my new website that's coming out around Palantir, around your Palantir to the moon comments. Because, like, the fact that you have that much dedication to it, it's just so funny. It's so awesome. I love it. I want a Sachin shirt that says you are not even the level. Yo, hold on. We gotta. All right, we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna pull up that clip, bro. We're gonna pull up the clip where Sachin says, "You don't read." That shit was hilarious, bro. That was the funniest video. Where was this video? Was this no, it's I'm pretty sure it's this video. Let me command F to make sure. Where's this thing was hilarious, guys. This stuff was like literally next level funny. Is it this video? Why is the search because it's here? Okay, so it's not this video. Damn, I say a lot. It was such a funny video. We did it on our podcast, bro, and he was just like, guys, like, you need to read. And I started laughing like crazy because I was like, yo, that's kind of funny. That's hilarious.
This is one.
It was this comment laughing amid. Because I responded to that comment. That's why I know if I command F my name, I'll probably find it. But I gotta make sure it's there. Emit bobblehead or another Palantir share. Yeah, get the Palantir share. This is the video where you just died. Yes. Yo, do you guys remember the name of the video? Like, I'm forgetting the video name. Oh, here it is. All right.
Guys.
Yo, all right. We're going to watch it together. You guys ready for this? This was hilarious. All right, look at my reaction when this happens.
Guys, I mean, you really need to go and check you need to read things. If Snowflake is doing what Palantir is doing, why?
Yo, that's the t-shirt. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. This box is in the way. This stupid box. Hold on. Let me put this box in the corner right here. Boom. We're gonna watch this again. This was this needs to be my ringtone, bro. Let's hear it again.
Guys, I mean, you really need to go and check you need to read things. If Snowflake is doing what Palantir is doing, why Snowflake is not getting $6.5 million from each and every customer from themselves? Why Snowflake is not sitting with the US Defense Department?
The funniest part is he starts rapping. He's like, guys, you need to read things. If Snowflake is not like he just listen to it again. He goes full Eminem mode. It's hilarious and it's so fire.
Guys, I mean, you really need to go and check you need to read things. If Snowflake is doing what Palantir is doing, why Snowflake is not getting $6.5 million from each and every customer from themselves?
You see how fast he got?
Why Snowflake is not sitting with the US Defense Department? Why Snowflake was not called when the NHS was in shit and they needed help? So guys,
everyone says I talk with my hands. You saw Sachin? He was like, why they didn't talk when they were in shit? He's doing, this is literally the most funniest thing in the world.
Telling for yourself to self-bias, be it in support of Palantir or be it against Palantir or any company. Guys, if you tell me that a company with a revenue of $69 million is doing exactly same.
That was hilarious, bro. That was so funny. I loved it. It was so funny. I got to make that a ringtone. I think that's the t-shirt thing. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked the video, please like it. We're at 19 likes. We got 90 people watching. We have 51 likes. So please definitely give the video a like. Sachin was heating up. Yes, he was heating up. Yeah, bro, this was funny. This was hilarious. Yeah, I think that's a lot of stuff that happened today. Someone needs to make a video of Sachin's reaction, bro. Facts. I think I'll just make a video of it. I'll just post it on Twitter. Make it go viral. By the way, I started a TikTok. Let me check how many followers I have on TikTok. I started a TikTok like 2 days ago. Let's see how TikTok's going. We have 8 followers on TikTok. Not bad. 8 followers. Hey, 8 more people. 8 more people that know about what TikTok is. That should be a text alert for when Sachin drops a new video. Guys, you need to watch the video. That would be the thing. Sachin spitting out bars. Once Palantir reaches 1 trillion, you should post his reaction as a reminder. Facts, bro. I want this community to win so badly because, like, I think we earned it and we deserve it. Fundamental esoteric thesis. Yeah, I say a lot of big words. You know one of my favorite words? Byzantine. Now, I was calling it Byzantine for the longest time, but it's pronounced Byzantine. It's from the Byzantine Empire, and the Byzantine Empire are these people like that conquered stuff. But the word Byzantine just means complex. That's all it means. And it's one of my favorite words. Like when I was in high school, I would start off the SAT with like the SAT essay that you gotta like try to get a good score on. I literally started it off every time with the most Byzantine thing about blah 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 blah, and I was just like, that first word is gonna get that SAT reviewer to give me like a 12 out of 12 on the essay. I was so hype on that word. Where is Tom? Yeah, see, this is the thing about Tom. It's like I sent him the link. He said 20 minutes ago. I will wait till 12:20, and if he doesn't show up, then we'll probably end it. I'm assuming he will, but like that's just who Tom is. He always takes longer than what you think. Does Data Walk work with SAP? Bro, I don't even know if Data Walk knows how to run. I don't know, bro. I don't know. So like, I don't know. I have no idea if they work with SAP. Michael says, I'm at university living with my parents, and every euro I get from my student loans goes to Palantir. Michael, I thought are you in college right now? Oh, Michael, you're young. I just saw your I thought you were like 60. Not because you don't look like that, but when I never clicked on your channel, I just saw your icon, and I guess your icon looked like you were kind of older to me, and then when I clicked on your channel and I went to your profile, I'm like, oh wait, you're really young. I thought you were older. Any thoughts on Open Door? Let's go to Open Door stock right now, guys. Open Door to me is a massive, massive opportunity, but I'm scared of it. Like, I'm scared of it. And the reason I'm scared of it is because Open Door is essentially a market maker for selling and buying houses. Just like, so like a market maker in stocks is like someone buys, someone sells, and then a market maker makes like pennies of profit off the ask bid spread. That's what Open Door does with selling houses. And with the real estate market kind of being crazy right now, like I can understand why Open Door is dramatically under, it's dropped 30%. It was at $10 for the longest. It was at like 23, right? It was at 23. Oh, it got to $40. I'm mad every stock in February 2021 hit the moon. Like Palantir was at 45, Open Door is at 40. Open Door should not have been 40. Palantir should not have been 45. And now it's at 6. So 6 to 40 is what? A 6x return almost? Yeah. A little bit 6.2, 6.3. So you can get 6 times your money if it gets to all-time highs. The question is, in the next growth market, is that going to happen? In the next like big run-up, is that going to happen? And like that's the part where I just don't know if that's going to happen. Kelly says ASMR lip smacking. Yo, low key, it's kind of ASMRs, right? I can understand why he's annoyed by it, because I mean, some people do things that are annoying. I just like it. I don't know. It gives me a second to breathe while I'm talking, and obviously I talk a lot, so it's like that's the only way for me to be able to do this. Chris says housing bubble 2.0. Yeah, that's the other scary thing about Open Door. It's like when I think about a company to invest in, I think of Palantir. I'm like, all right, data is going to increase. They know how to make sense of data. By the way, guys, did you know this stat? Palantir had 6 salespeople in 2020. They did like I think $700 million in revenue or something. They had 25 salespeople in 2021, and they did $1.5 billion in revenue. Snowflake did $1.3 billion in revenue, and they have 1,800 sales and marketing people. Now I know Snowflake's growing a lot more than Palantir. I get it, but like now if they're gonna have 200 salespeople, like if they were able to get 1.5 Billy no Gene, okay, off 25 people, you put 200 in that machine, like that's why I'm just like, but like Open Door, I don't know what Open Door like or SoFi. It's like when I think of data and Palantir and growth trajectories, that's how I rationalize it in a really like simple way. Okay, DeFi says, Amit, did you know this? I wonder who coordinated this. Palantir will be speaking at Morgan Stanley. Yo, that's such a good point, DeFi. I forgot about that. So Palantir is doing a conference tomorrow. Hold up, let's go to the main area. They're not speaking there next month. They're speaking there tomorrow, bro. They're speaking there tomorrow. That makes so much sense. Let's pull this up right now. Right here. Look, Palantir to present at the 2022 Morgan Stanley Technology, Media, and Telecom Conference, Wednesday, March 9th. It is kind of interesting, I'm not going to lie, that Morgan Stanley just put out their price target increase on Palantir 2 days ago. And then today, no one knew about this. This came out today, this press release. March 8th, 2022. No one knew that Palantir was presenting at the MS Tech Conference, which is happening literally tomorrow. That is such a good point, bro. That's a great point that you brought up. Like Citibank put a sell rating for whatever reason. Citibank put a sell rating, but Morgan Stanley puts a buy rating. It's like it's so interesting, so interesting. 10 Tesla FSD, what's the best way to PM you? Bro, I think Twitter, but Twitter gets hard sometimes. If you join the Discord, Patreon, that's really the easiest way to like DM me. But if you DM me on Twitter, I'll try to respond. It's just, I have a lot of requests on Twitter. I'm not even saying that's a flex. It's just a lot of people that like reach out just like with questions or thoughts around Palantir stuff. And I try to respond to all of them, but there's a lot, bro. And I'm so grateful for all of it because like I know that like that means people care about the content. It's just I also work a job in the day, so it's just like it's a lot sometimes. There's a lot of stuff, but I'm not complaining because you can't take advantage of an audience if an audience actually cares about getting in contact with you. I think that's the biggest thing in the world. The biggest thing in the world. Chris Patel did video possible on Palantir competitor. Yo, Chris, Chris, you're gonna have so many people talking about this. So Mislav, we just did a reaction to Chris's video, and the conclusion was Data Walk doesn't know how to run, and Palantir is on a what do you call those 5K marathon right now. So I'm not too worried about it, really, to be honest. Have you bought more videos? Have you bought more shares since your last video where you showed your Palantir holdings? Yes, I bought around $5,000 more. So at that video, I had around 1,600 shares. Now I have. By the way, Tom says few minutes, guys. So give it a couple minutes. He'll be here. Now I have. How many shares do I have? Now I have 2,000. So I brought about 400 more shares. Tom Nash, for everyone who's here, will be here in about a couple minutes. So for those who are here, please continue to be here and enjoy. We will be talking in a second. See, I'm responding to the Discord right now. The Discord is funny. I'm telling you guys, that Patreon, it's fun. It's so fun. For $60 for a year, the entertainment is pretty good. Yeah, so that's the interesting thing about Open Door getting back to. But this Palantir thing is super interesting. Like, look at this. Morgan Stanley technology, and there's going to be a Morgan Stanley price target. Also, this article came out. I haven't read this yet. A day in the life of a Palantir deployment strategist. This is a 9-minute read. I have not read this yet, but this is really interesting. Let's look at this real quick. 9 a.m. Get my head in the game. Recrap. Wow, it is late tonight. Doom says, "What is your day job?" I have a consulting firm, Doom. So I do content creation, but I also have a consulting firm. So a lot of work there as well. Get my head in the game. 10 a.m. daily stand up. Make sure everyone's on the same page. 10:15, continue working on data pipeline to integrate the customer's ERP system into an application. 12:30, lunch. 1:30, iteration session with clients to show them the progress I've made since the morning. This is a forward deployment strategy engineer. These are the people that are making bank at Palantir, bro. Making bank. Bank. 2:30, random sync with someone else at Palantir. 2:50, moonlight on an initiative that excites me outside of my project. I currently do outreach for Foundry for builders. Palantir is offering a startup because I feel it inspiring what our software can do in the hands of founders. I agree. Interesting stuff. And then 4:30, work on materials for an upcoming project and message people on Slack. So we know that Palantir uses Slack. Boom. Breaking news. Palantir uses Slack. So yeah, articles like that. Those are super interesting that we find. Whoa! Super chat. SEK, $50. Thank you so much, SEK. Really, really appreciate that. That means the world. That means a lot. Thank you so much. His question was, what do you expect the future of Palantir profit margins to be? Will they be able to get more than 30%? Yeah, so the DCF statement that I did with Sebastian, let's pull that up right now. It assumes a 35% operating margin, which I think will absolutely be able to happen, along with a 36% adjusted average growth rate with Palantir. So if they're able to do that, I think it is very, very likely that they are able to grow at that level. So where's the video? It's right here. This video, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. So if they're able to do this, Palantir will have a price target of around $263. Let's get to it right here. If they're able to get that 36% year-over-year growth, 35% operating margin.
Sentiment was this is going to be a 10x at least.
Yeah, no.
Right? Like if you look here, like if you change the discount rate to 15.
Yeah, right there, $287, right? So if Palantir is able to do that, then they have a really good opportunity to do that. Now, the question is, are they going to be able to get that profit margin or the operating margin? The good thing about Palantir that's so important to understand is that they are already GAAP profitable if you take out stock-based compensation. And their gross margins are upwards of 80% because they're a software business. They're not a consulting firm, right? So they have the capability to get to that profit margin. They just have to reduce the excess costs with stock-based compensation, and they have to operationalize their business to become more efficient. If any business was going to become more efficient and like streamline their profits, I absolutely believe it would be Palantir at that point. So I very, very much believe they can get to more than 30% on their operating margins. The growth rate is the most important. I mean, Palantir should be getting to a 50-60% growth rate within the next 2 years. That's going to be the inflection point. That's where we're going to see the real rise of Palantir. But until then, you know, they have an execution risk that they have to be able to get to. But yeah, the profit margin should definitely be able to happen. Drew says, maybe I should start a budding stand-up career. Yo, Drew, you should try. I mean, it's not gonna, it might be, it might work out for you. You never know. You never know. 50 SEK equals 5 USD. Oh, I read it wrong. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought SEK was the name of the channel. That makes more sense. I'm like, 50 SEK. Thank you for clearing that up, Jacob Carr. So at least we know we have someone from Sweden watching. That's the important thing. So really good stuff there. Other than Tesla, Palantir, what do you have high conviction in? I've kept saying this. I have a bio stock that I'm really heavy on, but you know it's a bio stock, and or it's not bio stock, biotech. I just really believe in the biotech. So, you know, we're gonna see what happens with the biotech. We're gonna see if we can moon. We're gonna see if we can really moon. Chris says construction on Driftwood starts next month. I don't know what you're talking about. Is that a real estate argument? I don't know. David says, like I said, Palantir needs to get to B2C. I don't think they need to be honest. I mean, I think they could, but it's so far away, assuming they release some consumer. Like, they got to just get the B2B part right. If they can get that part right, we're good. If they can't get that part right, it's going to be a tough battle. So, like, either they get it right and we moon, or they don't get it right and we don't moon. But, you know, we're going to see what happens. Amit loves Roku. No, I don't. By the way, I had a Roku video today that I didn't get to post. But basically, my Roku video was like trying to comment on the CEO's visionary thoughts that me and Chris talked about. And basically saying it's not visionary because it doesn't seem that visionary. It's just, at the end of the day, it's not that visionary. Are you not going to tell us what the biotech is? It's PPBT, Purple Biotech. If you guys look at its chart, it looks disgusting. So do your own due diligence on it. StockTwits is a website that has a lot of good information on it. It's not really popular on Twitter, but that's the biotech. Owen says, I have Tesla put options that expire next week, and I'm trying to dump all my shares. Yeah, you got me. I'm shorting Tesla, guys. Clip that. Put it on the internet. I don't believe in Elon Musk. I don't think he has a good strategy. I'm shorting Tesla. I was watching the Everything Money channel today, and they were talking about how crypto is going to go to zero. Like, just flat out, they're like, crypto's going to zero. And I'm just like, damn, bro, these guys really, like, I don't think crypto's going to, like, does anyone think crypto's going to zero? Like, does anyone actually think crypto's going to zero? Because, like, I just don't think that's going to happen. But, like, these guys are like, yeah, crypto's going to zero. And I'm like, bruh, like, how are y'all so confident saying crypto's going to zero? Like, I don't think that's going to happen. How big are you going to make your Palantir position? I want to keep buying till, like, at least 5,000 shares, but it's going to take time. You know, I'm at 2,000 shares. So over time, we'll get there. Chris Patel has 7,000 shares with him and his wife. So he's already getting up to 10,000. I feel like the Roku CEO just threw buzzwords to get people excited. No, so I don't think it's about buzzwords to get people excited. I think it's about that they're betting on this vision, right? About like being this content destination on the Roku channel that is the operating system for TVs. And I'm like, yes, you will be the operating system for a lot of TVs, but content destination where publishers can get distribution through your network or your operating system. No, I don't buy it at all. I do not buy it one per iota. I don't buy it. And if I'm wrong on that, then I'll be wrong. But I will go to sleep at night knowing I got that one wrong than trying to guess if that was right, because it's just not right. All right. Tom said it would be a few minutes 9 minutes ago. This is what I'm saying, guys. When it comes to Tom, you either got to schedule it or really, because he lives in West Bumble, you know what. So it's like sometimes he has to drive to go get to the place. Then his Wi-Fi kind of sucks. It's like he lives in a bunker somewhere, like in some remote part of the world. So he's always like late when he does this stuff. But it's okay. It'll be worth it. Probably gonna go for like 30 minutes, have a good conversation, probably get some good clips that you guys can see tomorrow. We'll ask him about if you guys are struggling about this Russia-Ukraine stuff, we'll ask him about that. We'll be like, yo, what's going on with Russia? Because Tom, you are a Russian. You know what's so funny? My mom and my dad, they lived in Russia for like 2 years, in 1994 to 1996. And my sister was born in India, but they migrated to Russia. And today in the WhatsApp group, because Indians, WhatsApp group, my uncle from India texts my mom, and he's like, yo, when you were in Russia, did you ever talk to Putin? I started dying. Because he was basically like, what the heck is wrong with this guy? He's like, yo, did you ever have a chance to like communicate with this dude and like be like, what's up? Like, what are you doing this for? Because it's just wild. Crypto going to zero as soon as the next nuke drops. Yeah, I mean, well, we're all going to zero. Yo, you guys want to see what happens when a nuclear bomb drops, bro? You guys got to see this thing. When a nuclear bomb drops, it's not fun. Let's watch this before Tom comes. Nuclear bomb simulation. Is this the video? Yeah, let's watch this video. It's a 4-minute video. It's for anyone who hasn't seen it. It's definitely interesting to watch. Let me make sure my thing is super short. Okay. All right, let's watch this.
One of the greatest misconceptions about nuclear bombs is that they instantly annihilate everything in sight. But the fallout from a nuclear blast actually has layers. When it explodes, it leaves in its wake a kind of destruction that's both fast and slow, and one whose devastation stretches much farther and lingers far longer than...
Okay, never mind. Tom is here. We gotta not watch this right now. Let me start the meeting. You guys are gonna see how meta this looks right now. Hold on, this is super meta. 1 second. Let me fix this real quick. Okay.
What's going on, buddy?
What's up? What's up?
Are you scared?
Scared of what?
Of the nukes?
Were you just watching the stream? We were just turning up the simulation video, and I'm like, oh no.
This shit probably don't work, bro. To be honest.
What doesn't? Oh,
nobody knows.
You think their nukes don't work?
Yeah, it's Soviet era garbage. Nobody knows if it even works. I mean, there's people in Russia who like basically voicing it, and we don't know if this thing works.
Yeah, you've been talking on Twitter a lot about this Russia stuff, and you've been really going ham on this currency. Can you dabble a little bit of light on this currency stuff? Why do you think that people feel the currency is stupid? That it's not going to go?
No, people don't feel the currency is stupid. Fucking high school.
It's a late night, idiot, bro. I haven't slept in like so long.
Why do people feel the currency is stupid?
Wait, but no, that's basically your tweets. You were like anyone who says something. First of all, you keep calling people morons. So I don't know how to I don't know if you're calling the currency a moron or people.
To a specific moron. So there's this dude. Okay, so let me ask you a question. If somebody keeps saying, "I am not Vladimir Putin's mouthpiece," what does it tell you about the stuff he's saying? If he needs to say it again and again and again.
That he probably is.
That he probably is, right? So we know that for a fact. So this is a guy, and it's very misleading. His name is Gonzalo Lira. Gonzalo Lira actually has a pseudonym called Coach Red Pill. So this guy lives in Ukraine. He's American. He's American or Chilean. I think he was born in Chile or his family's from Chile, and he lived in he's American for all intents and purposes. So this is a guy who lives in Ukraine, and predominantly was making content about how to get laid. That's the whole Coach Red Pill channel he has. Basically, yeah, come over to Eastern Europe where, like, even an old fart like me, 50-year-old overweight, can get laid, right? Basically, garbage content. I don't know why would anybody watch this trash. He's regurgitating some more academic stuff about it by guys like Rollo Tomassi and whatever. Never mind. All of a sudden, this guy is now a financial pseudo analyst. In fact, he's been actually in a geopolitical pseudo analyst, and he's been an RT. Now, if you don't know what RT means, RT is the Russian propaganda channel. It's like if Kim Jong-un had a channel, it would be probably RT.
Yeah.
Like it's complete bullshit. It's complete, like every week they have a segment where Putin brings gifts to sick children and shit. Like it's like North Korea, like Putin flies helicopters, Grandpa Putin saves the animals. Like it's like North Korean level garbage.
Yeah, but let me ask you a
So
question.
basically-
Aren't you and me just our own propaganda channels?
How is this even remotely similar?
It's not. I'm just asking, like, with Russian.
Never mind. I want to be brief because I have 5 minutes.
Okay,
So anyway,
alright,
so
go
check this out. So this guy has been on basically on the tear right now, talking about how Russia has won decisively, how the Zelensky government is a bunch of criminals, how Zelensky is probably on coke, how he's a fucking puppet, how the Zelensky people are executing innocent Ukrainians, like things that even Putin would not say. And in fact, some of his clips have been repurposed by RT and went viral in Russia to support the Russian war effort. Now,
Yeah.
he lives in Ukraine, mind you.
Who lives in
And,
Ukraine?
he
The guy?
keeps- This guy.
Okay.
And he claims that, so he's saying all that, and he's claiming that the Zelensky people, they're neo-Nazis, of course, even though all of them are Jewish, which is kind of funny, and that they try to assassinate his life because he's in the Ukraine, basically saying all that. Which in itself is kind of peculiar. You know, you're in a country, in a war zone where people can literally do horrible things to you, nobody would care, right? And he's claiming that these guys are criminal Nazi drug addicts, and he's basically saying that they are sitting, and he says which city is in Ukraine, and nobody has gotten to him. You know, it's kind of in itself is a little bit weird. So anyway, so he's saying that basically, so he has this whole like pro-Putin stuff, and he's basically been saying, "Oh, I'm just like a sports fan. I watched this happen, and whatever." And it's just like the Russians are kicking ass, and the Ukrainians are losing, and the Zelensky government is garbage, blah blah blah. Essentially, like classic Russian propaganda, and it is what it is. Now he's going on a new tear because he hates America so much. Not only he hates Ukraine, he hates America so much, even though he's American. He's basically now saying, well, the dollar is finished. No more dollar. The dollar as a reserve currency is gone.
Right.
And that's a bunch of horse crap. I can explain real quick why, but basically, the one thing you need to know that this idiot has been saying this for the past 15 years. So he's been trying to LeVar Ball this thing into existence for 15 years. And he really needs it to happen for two reasons. Number one, his bruised ego because he's been wrong about it for so long. And number two, he has this weird hatred for America and Western lifestyle. That's why he's hiding over there in Ukraine, because I think he got rejected by Western women for too long, that he developed this kind of hatred towards the Western way of life where he can't match up against Western men. That's just my own personal theory. I don't know. But in any case, so he's over there in Ukraine, and he's saying, well, look, Russia has been kicked off the dollar, essentially, right? So if Russia can't trade its commodities, and Russia is a huge commodity warehouse, massive. They make a double digits percentage of market share in almost every important commodity, starting from wheat, palladium. They're like half the palladium comes from Russia. It's in every car that's not an EV. They make a shit ton of gas, of oil, of wheat, of precious metals, of, you name it, they make. The entire Russian economy is basically built on digging things from the ground and selling it. So now you're taking the biggest warehouse of the world and you're kicking off the dollar, because obviously Russians are not going to say, well, just pay us in dollars like so far, and it's going to collapse the US dollar because it will force the international community to create a second reserve currency, like the Chinese yuan, and then the Chinese yuan is finally going to dethrone the dollar from its status as a reserve currency. And I'm not going to get into this here, but there's a massive importance in being the reserve currency. Being the reserve currency of the world guarantees you'll never have inflation, not a bad one, like hyperinflation.
Right.
It almost guarantees that we'll never have the same thing we had in the 70s. Because the demand, everything is in dollars, then the demand for dollar is more than the demand for any other currency. So it makes it more valuable. It props up the dollar automatically. It's a cheat code, being the reserve currency. So he's saying, yeah, you guys you're now on the path to losing this. For the next 2 or 3 years, the dollar is going to be dethroned, and the entire American way of life, American economy, you're all going to be broke, you're all going to be poor. You can see the hatred in this the way he speaks. He really resents the U.S. Again, I just don't think he's gotten laid enough in the U.S. That's why. But again, just my own personal opinion. I don't know. Anyways, so you already demonetized the stream, so I'm allowing myself to speak freely.
Will they demonetize it for saying the word laid? That's crazy.
I don't know. Anyways, so look. So now he's saying, okay, so if that's the case, China is going to come out with their own SWIFT system. Russia is going to jump on their own kind of version of SWIFT. All the commodity trades out of Russia is going to be done with the yuans, and then it's a reserve currency that's going to replace the dollar. What he's not telling you, he's been saying that for 15 years, what he's not telling you is that Russia de-dollarized its entire export system over the past 4 years. Russia does not accept dollars for the past 4 years. It's nothing new. Putin has been bracing for this, and he's been selling his commodities and metals and oil and gas not in dollars. He went from 95% dollar standard on commodities to 10%. So he literally de-dollarized his entire export. So that already happened 4 years ago, and I don't think the dollar really suffered. And what he's not telling you, which is the most important part, is that the US dollar is the only sole currency that is being used by OPEC for oil transactions worldwide. OPEC sits on more than 80% of the global oil transactions, meaning sales of oil, development of oil fields, hedging against both. Everything is in dollars. And as long as that's the case, the dollar, by definition, is the world's most important currency. And people may say, he didn't say that because he's too stupid, but he could have said, hey, OPEC might get off the dollar now. For OPEC to get off the dollar, they need a better alternative, which means more stable country, rule of law, democratic, human rights, stable banking system, stable geopolitics, everything that China and Russia are not by definition. Yeah. Look, we've seen China put billionaires in prison, shut down companies. We've seen Russia shut down their stock market for 2 weeks just because. I mean, we've seen so you can't become the world's reserve currency when you have a shit show for an economy, a banking system, and a politics system. So for Russia and China to try and claim the second spot, they'll need to do reforms that essentially kill the current regimes.
Right.
It's a paradox. So that's never going to happen.
Wait,
just
real quick before you continue, the OPEC oil thing is. Do you think there's another planet we can get oil from? Like, do you think we can go to Uranus and get oil?
The only place you can get oil is in your anus. Listen, and that oil is too sticky. All
right, continue.
Listen,
you said the current regime is messed up. I just had to get that out. Go ahead, keep going.
Look, Google after I'm gone, petrodollars. Petrodollars is a concept. You can thank Richard Nixon. People like to hate on all dick, but that deck worked fine because that deck actually went in 1974 and said, hey, look, let's just dollarize the whole oil trading system because they needed it. Look, you have to have a stable currency to trade oil on because it's so freaking volatile. And he also gave them a few other concessions politically, whatever. But the thing is that dollarizing the OPEC is not something that can be challenged anywhere soon because, like, what would you go with? The Australian dollar? Really? Like, that's probably the best candidate. I just told you, maybe the Australian dollar.
What about the euro?
The euro is in the fucking... Look, have you seen what's going on in Europe? Euro is about to... Look, euro is in deep... Euro the union, the currency, the countries are in deep doo-doo. Unlike the US, that doesn't really depend. Like everybody's gonna feel the pain of the commodities and oil prices going up, for sure, because the prices are global. But in the US, we don't give a shit as far as we're not gonna have any shortages because we have our own Russia, which is called Canada. Canada is it's our factory. They make everything for us. They like us. We have a friendly border with them. We love each other. It's like a state farm.
So
The neighbor, it's like a good neighbor. It's always there. We buy our fucking oil. 61% of US oil imports come from Canada. Another 10 or 15% from Mexico. We don't fucking need Russia. So when
so
Biden
can you
kicks off
say
Russia
why
for
we've
oil-
been using Russia for so long? Like, why do
We haven't. U.S. exports gas, natural gas. We're net positive exporter of natural gas. We don't need natural gas from anybody. We sell that shit. And as far as oil, we buy 10% of Russia. 10% of our oil imports come from Russia, just to diversify. We can easily increase our own capacity because we haven't been really doing that easily. We can get more we can expand Keystone like they started doing. There's so many options for us to get. We're never going to be shortage as far as we have our own wheat. Wheat is the third biggest commodity growth in the US. We grow corn, wheat, and soybean. We have a shit ton of it coming from Canada if we want. So we're always gonna have food and gas. The only problem is we might pay more. Europe is in a shit situation because they're actually in this problem where they might not have any of this because 40% of their gas comes from Russia, 25% of their oil comes from Russia. The food, everything, they're dependent on physical existence in Russia. It's not only, for them, it's not about why we might have to pay more. For them, we might not have any. And the moment he decides to do it, he's going to basically fuck with them. So they're in much deeper shit than we are.
Interesting. It seems like whatever happens in Russia and all these companies have left, Apple's left, Pepsi's left. I mean, so many companies have Netflix. You can't watch Stranger Things anymore at Russia. Like, do you really feel their economy is going to cripple and like just collapse, and Putin's going to have to either step down or there's going to be a coup d'état? Like, how does? I know it's hard to tell, but how do you think this ends out?
There's not going to be a coup in Russia. It's impossible. He's the kind of dictator that built a very strong support system around him just based on strictly on loyalty and zero skills. He's insulated. So look, Russian economy is not getting hit as hard as you think, but it's getting hit very hard. I'll be quick. I have literally 2 minutes. So the main sanction we did for Russia is freezing the assets of their central bank. It's like freezing the Fed. It's a big problem though. Once you freeze the Fed, if the Fed doesn't have access to money, they can't regulate local currency. They can't prop up the dollar. So we basically cut off the CBR, the Russian central bank, and now they don't have a way to regulate the ruble. That's why you saw the ruble go like peanuts when you leave a tile at whorehouse, it drops. Anyways, so the ruble is crashing because they can't prop it up anymore. But we haven't touched the oil trade, the gas trade, and the commodities trade because we can't. We need it. Not really we, but we need it for pricing purposes. But Europe really, it's an existential thing. On the other hand, he needs it as well. It's like, ask yourself, why didn't he shut it down? Because 40% of his economy is based on that. So once he does that, and he doesn't have access to his foreign reserves, he basically starves. Okay, so it's kind of this economic mutual destruction fear, like a economic nuclear war. And so that's the reason why he's still getting money. And the oil prices go up, commodities prices go up, he's getting more money. So he'll have enough money to survive. His currency is going to go to shit. And the longer this continues, the worse it's going to be for his economy. But eventually we'll find a way to diversify out of Russia for gas and commodities. And he'll find a way to diversify out of Europe, basically creating infrastructures to trade strictly with China.
Right.
Which is going to be his main client. But then ask yourself this: if you're China, you just spent $0, you just have zero dirt on your shoes, and you just basically now own Russia. You just improved your geopolitical status by 100x by doing literally nothing, letting America and Russia just go at each other's throats, saying, "Yeah, both of you are right. Go at it. Go at it."
So real quick, what do you think about Bill Ackman's take?
Bill Ackman is a smart dude, bro.
You think the United States should have a no-fly zone? You think we should enter?
It's a complicated question. I'm not a military There's one thing I don't understand is military strategy. I don't know. People are saying it's going to be dangerous because it's like an act of war. And that means we're in this war or not. And although Putin has been saying sanctions are act of war, and obviously, it's complicated. The NATO did this before in Kosovo in 1998, 1999, and it was effective. Look, I don't know. I don't know military strategy. No, I'm not going to comment on that. I'm here to talk about money, bro. Military strategy, I don't understand. Will this turn the tide of the war? Most definitely, because look, Russia can't even get air superiority now. Like Ukraine has a fucking crop plane, a fucking a toy helicopter, and one of those Sam the Fireman toy helicopters. Bro, they can't get the fucking air superiority. Like Ukraine doesn't even have a real air force. I mean, not to knock on Ukraine, they're really badass people. Bro.
Yeah.
I've never in a million years thought in our lifetime we'll see, bro. There's stories about Ukrainian people that you would not believe in Russian speaking media. There's a grandma there's a babushka in Kiev. There were like a surveillance drone in Kiev, Russian surveillance drone. She knocked it out with a jar of pickles, bro, from her window. It's
Wow.
not like these motherfuckers are fighting tanks with bare hands.
Do you think we have a recession? Do you think we get to 3,800 on the S&P, which is the next level of support?
I don't know. I gotta go in a minute. I honestly don't know. Look at the yield curve. That's where it gets dicey. Yeah,
Okay.
the yield curve is scary. Yield curve is scary. Inflation. We have more rate hikes coming. This war is. There's not a lot of positive catalyst for the market. Let's put it this way. That's the scary part.
Last question people were asking, how's your grandpa?
Yes. Yeah, he's fine. He's over there in Ukraine. He's manning a MiG-29.
He almost killed the taxi driver, so he knows how to use a gun. Even
No,
if it's fake.
he's not operating any sort of light or heavy machinery anymore, ever. He's banned from driving or flying.
That's hilarious. I love it. I love it.
You know how it is, bro. No more driving.
No more
That's
driving.
it. The thing is, we didn't know, but his license expired like 14 years ago. We didn't know.
Yeah. You just kind of.
But it's Russia, bro. Who cares? Anyways, I gotta run.
All right, bro. Good talking to you. We'll talk later. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure. All the best. Hugs and kisses from your friend Tom.
All right. Love you, man. Talk to you later. All right. That was Tom Nash, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Let me, you're not going to see me for a second. Let me turn this off. Boom, boom, boom. Stream is going to end in a little bit. Let me just end it off. There we go. There I am. Cam link. All right. There it is. There it is. I hope you guys enjoyed that conversation. How long have we been streaming? How long has it been? It's been I started at 11. It's been 2 hours? Damn, bro. Been 2 hours. All right. Most of you guys are time to sleep. You guys are going to bed. Good stuff, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Late night stock talk every night, 11 p.m., 11 to 12. Today we ran 2 hours early. I'm going to go get some bed because I need to get some sleep. Monday morning, 9:15 a.m., I will be live streaming. Not Monday morning. Tomorrow's Wednesday morning, live streaming the market. Every day, 9:15 to 10:15 live streaming. Every night, 11 to 12 live streaming. And Patreon is in the Discord. Patreon's in the description. If you join, you get the Discord. And it's a fun time in the Discord. $5 a month, $60 a year. For the content, the value, and the research in the Discord. So thank you guys for tuning in. 136 people. Really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Hope you guys have a great night. Go get your dreams tomorrow, Wednesday night, middle of the week. It's still time. You still have time to make progress. I know I still have time. Mentally, I'm thinking about it, how to make progress in this week, get stuff done, and keep going. Because one day you're going to die. So before you die, definitely try to get things done that make you feel happy before you die, so you can say you've accomplished something before it's all over. Because it will be all over one day. So hope you guys. Owen says, Amit, don't forget to tuck me in. I hate you so much, Owen. I'm gonna send you back your money, Owen. Let me just deal with the thing, the YouTube thing. You'll get your money back later. All right, guys. Good night. I hope you guys have a great night.